I'll just demonstrate this. If I put this shim in here, and I put the mounting ring, well, I'll have to do it upside down because it doesn't like to go in that way. It sticks up to about there. That's too high for the pickup. Like the pickup comes up above the neck in that spot. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm gonna have to cut a hole for this shim and stick it down in there and then mount it to the body so that this mounting ring can go all the way to the floor of the cavity like that. Alright y'all, here we are again. We marked the spots that the shims are going to go in inside the cavity. All I have to do this job with is a drill. I don't have a router, but I've seen it done like this by some people that look a lot more professional than I am. And I've seen them on YouTube. So what we're going to do is get out a drill bit. One's going to cut a nice hole, probably this 1/4 one. It looks tight and compact. I mean, I'm gonna have to drill a bunch of holes using a small diameter, but you know, the threads are compact. That's what we want. We want a good clean hole. I'm gonna take this and stand it up next to the shim. I'm gonna take a piece of tape and measure off. I better do this on a hard, flat surface. Oh, I put it on backwards. No, here it goes. Yeah. Let's make sure y'all can see this. Take a piece of tape, mark on the bit the deepest that it needs to be drilled. It's just gonna be a little shallow hole. Bunch of little shallow holes. Not like that. Put that little piece of tape on there and make sure it goes around correct. Looks good to me. That little flag is going to tell us how deep to drill, which it ain't far. I don't even know if we should even be doing this like this. I don't even know if we should even be doing this like this. I don't even know if we should even be doing this like this. I don't even know if we 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 should even be doing this like this. You see how shallow that is? I mean, we just want it that shallow. Yeah, I ain't totally sure if this is even gonna work. Yeah, I ain't totally sure if this is even gonna work. Yeah, I ain't totally sure if this is even gonna work. 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 But we're only drilling down to the tape level. So I'll start in the middle first. Alright, we made a little cup in there. And what we're going to do is clean it out with a chisel. So, I'm just going to see how long this takes me. Alright guys, this went way better than I expected. Here's the shim. That one's dang near perfect. I mean, it's a little bit high on this side because I was afraid in there. I sounded way too much off of this. But shoot, I can't even really get it out with my fingernail. It's not going to be completely level or the most awesome job ever, but it's a lot deeper than it was, and that's all that really matters, because once we put the screws in there, it'll stay in place. It might be tiny, the tiniest, most unnoticeable bit crooked. But we just wanted the pickups to be lower, to be able to put them in there. Alright, and we'll probably drill holes for these two dudes and these two dudes. Alright, y'all, this is a status update. I cut out the spots for the little shims that this thing was going to screw into when I was using this mounting ring and like system. But I just don't have the tools to make it level. So that needs to be level, because it was screwed into the body but at an angle, and then that was just bad news for everybody. So I decided to scrap that idea and maybe try this type of mounting ring. But guess what? We'll put it on the mounting ring, and this is what happened with this mounting ring. The holes don't exactly, it's not quite big enough to just mount it directly onto the pick guard because of this giant hole that the P90s are routed for. And with this, we might be able to use that with the screw holes that are already put in there, but it won't fit into that cavity. Like, it has to go straight up and down. So if we do it like that's at an angle, so even if we did it like that and cut out a hole big enough for the humbucker to rise up and down in there, I don't think it'll fit in the cavity sideways like that. It would be sitting like that. That's not how it's designed. None of this is how it's designed. So, on top of that, these screws touch bottom, and there's not enough room for this to sit flush with the pick guard. And have the screws go all the way, like they get stuck on the inside down there. It's just not deep enough. Do not underestimate how tiny these guitars are. Another potential problem, pun intended, is that these potentiometers, I'm not sure if y'all are going to be able to see this, but so I got these two screw holes lined up, but this pot is like banging up against the sidewall over here to where this screw hole doesn't line up, which is totally whack, because if you look at the circumference of these two pots, these are the original pots that came in it, and they're the exact same size. So I need to figure out if this was touching the sidewall originally, and if so, why doesn't this one fit in there? Because I mean, I grounded this, like, you know, it's got a welding spot right there, but it shouldn't make that much difference. Maybe like a millimeter or two extra coming this way. But the way this cavity is designed, it's not one to accept these. So we're gonna have to get to the bottom of the dilemma. Oh, also, we're ditching the mini humbuckers completely. I'm just gonna have to sell these on the Reverb or eBay or something, because it's too late to return them, I believe. And also I modified them, so yeah, we'll just have to get rid of them however we can. Maybe Guitar Center will buy them from me. So we're gonna use this pickguard or something similar. We're gonna buy the humbuckers that fit in Stratocaster size pickup holes, because I'll check this against my Stratocaster and it's the same size we'll just drop 2 humbuckers in there, you know, the single coil size humbuckers. If we have to, it'll just be these pots, you know, master tone, master volume, made in Korea pots. I do have some other pots that may fit better. But yeah, if worst comes to worst, we're just going 4 on the floor, humbuckers in there, you know, and call it a day. But we got to get organized first.